the next clip you're going to see is me arguing with Todd Pinion about a little piece of information that I like to call their student handbook. That came from ALEA, which is what is given to Decatur police officers when they train. And in here it talks about knock-and-talks. Knock-and-talks, according to the Supreme Court, Florida versus Jardines back in 2013, said that an officer not armed with a warrant may approach a home and knock precisely because that is no more than any private citizen might do. On top of that, it talks about entering their home because the officers entered Steve Perkins' home multiple times after they shot and killed him. And it says entering a home requires either consent, exigent circumstances, or a warrant. And you're not going to sit here and tell me that the exigent circumstance was that you just murdered this man in his own front yard and you didn't even have identification for him because they didn't even know who Steve Perkins was when they shot and killed him. And I will back that up with fact because this is exactly what I said to Todd Pinion, and this is why I'll show you this clip. Because watch his face and watch his response. I didn't shoot anybody. You're the leader. You're the chain of command, mister. You trained this officer. He was acting on your behalf. So, try again. Watch this clip.
The citizens ain't gonna forget it. They ain't gonna forget what you're doing up here. They're never gonna forget what you're doing and tell you God's vengeance.
Your officers set themselves up outside Steve's house under your leadership because you are their chief. Whether you were awake, asleep, doesn't matter. Lieutenant Lindley has also not been touched, and he was the one on staff. So let's get back to this. This is entrapment. You know that, right? When they lure him out of his home in order to try
that is entrapment.
Circumstances to search his home. To search his home. In the appeal hearing?
No.
And the one murder trial that we have for one officer, there's 2 other tow truck drivers, 3 other officers involved, and a lieutenant that you haven't fired.
I didn't have anything to do with the stuff over there as far as
No, you have what to do here, which took you way too long to do anyway, so you still haven't punished Lindley. Where is Lindley? And you still haven't went and fought and done an investigation against these tow truck drivers. That is your discretion. It's not. What happened in Decatur? This tow truck driver could have made a false report because you have no evidence otherwise. This tow truck driver did not give a tow report because you had to identify Steve Perkins later on. You didn't know who you were shooting at when you shot him, did you?
That I did, which I didn't.
I didn't shoot.
Your police officers did. That includes you. You are their chain of command.
They don't care.
What a
They don't care.
Round and round we go.
Don't worry.
Hot potato. So round and round I had to go with Todd Pinion about the fact that they literally entrapped Steve Perkins, murdered him in his own front yard, ambushed him, and used that as exigent circumstance in order to search his home. And that is not exigent circumstance. That is not because they were not supposed to be there in the first place. They also let the tow truck driver leave with the truck, which was evidence that before the ambulance even arrived, okay, y'all? Before the ambulance even got there, for a man that is dying in his own front yard due to 7 gunshot wounds, the tow truck driver got to leave before the ambulance got there. You can see in the video they're picking up shells